Hey everyone, and welcome to the Consumer Quick Win, the podcast that gives you one simple, powerful tip to make you a smarter consumer. Today, we're talking about a classic scam that can feel like a real punch to the gut, the bait and switch quote. Have you ever gotten a quote for a home repair, a car service, or maybe a landscaping project? It sounds incredible, way cheaper than you expected. You're thinking, wow, I finally found an honest deal. So you sign the agreement and the work starts. But a few days in, the contractor comes to you, looking a bit sheepish, and says something like, "So, we ran into a few complications. Turns out we need a different part, and the labor is going to take longer. The new total is going to be about 40% higher." What was supposed to be a great deal suddenly turned into a huge headache and an even bigger bill. You're stuck. The work is halfway done, and you feel like you have no choice but to pay. That, my friends, is the bait and switch in action. The insight: how to spot a bad quote from a mile away. So, how do you avoid this frustrating situation? The key is to know what a legitimate, trustworthy quote looks like versus one that's designed to hook you and then reel you in for more money. Here are a few red flags to watch for. First, let's talk about the vague quote. A good quote should be detailed and itemized. It should list the materials being used, the brand names of products, and a breakdown of the labor costs. A bad quote, on the other hand, might just say something like, "Install new flooring, $2,000, or "Fix kitchen plumbing, $1,500. What does that even mean? Does new flooring include the subfloor? Is the price for solid oak or cheap laminate? A quote that's just a lump sum without any details is a major red flag. It gives the contractor a wide open door to say, "Oh, I thought you wanted the deluxe model," and then hit you with a massive upcharge. Always ask for an itemized breakdown. If they can't or won't provide one, walk away. Second, be wary of the unbelievably low quote. We all love a bargain, but sometimes a price is so low it's almost too good to be true. And spoiler alert, it usually is. Dishonest contractors know that a super low price is a great way to get their foot in the door. They're not trying to win the job on the merits. They're trying to win the quote on price alone, with the full intention of raising it later. If you get 3 quotes for a job, and 2 are around $5,000, but the third is only $2,500, that third one is very, very suspicious. A contractor who gives a ridiculously low quote is either cutting major corners on materials or they're planning to surprise you with unforeseen costs down the road. Use that lowball quote as a warning sign, not an invitation. Third, look out for a contractor who rushes you to sign. A reputable business gives you time to review the quote, ask questions, and think it over. A bait and switch artist, however, wants to get you to sign before you have a chance to spot the missing details or question the low price. They might say something like, "This price is only good for today," or "I have another job lined up, so you need to decide now." Don't fall for this high-pressure tactic. A good business doesn't need to pressure you. They're confident in their work and their pricing, and they'll be happy to give you a day or two to make a decision. The takeaway. So, let's recap. To protect yourself from a bait and switch, remember these 3 simple rules. Ask for a detailed, itemized quote. Don't settle for a vague, single-number price. Make sure you know exactly what you're paying for. Be skeptical of an unbelievably low quote. If a price seems too good to be true, it probably is. Compare it to other quotes and trust your gut. Don't let anyone rush you. Take your time to review the quote and the contract. A legitimate business will respect that. Your one simple action step for today is this. The next time you get a quote for a job, immediately ask for an itemized list of all materials and labor. It's the easiest way to tell if you're dealing with a trustworthy professional or a potential scammer. For more consumer smart tips and trusted businesses, visit webgov.com.